As opposed to what kind of clock?
Hi, I'm Bran, and I love Hallmark Christmas movies.
I'm Brian. I like Hallmark Christmas movies.
I'm Dan. I despise Hallmark Christmas movies, and this is the
Deck the Hallmark
podcast.
Deck the Hallmark, it's his podcast. Brandon and friends host his podcast. We hope you like this jolly podcast.
Well, hello, everybody.
Oh, boy.
It is great to be here.
So exciting, man.
Home stretch.
Home
Today,
stretch.
tomorrow.
I can taste it.
Does
Christmas
it taste
break.
You know what I'm
eggnog
really?
shake?
You want to know what I'm
bit.
excited about? What I'm just
vanilla.
intrigued
I
by?
couldn't
Yeah.
Dan, you sound great. You sound better than ever. There's no way you missed this weekend's Lifetime
No.
Records.
No. I will be here. Put it on the
Is
books
that a
right now.
guarantee? On a
I'll
box?
be here on the box. Stamp it. You can get a good look at your.
I can't wait. I can't wait. That's going to be a really fun one.
It is. Yeah. Is that
Sat-
Silent Night, Lethal Night?
No, that's next
No,
week.
no.
No, we're Silent Night
Fatal and Lethal.
It
These are both
is.
Lethal's a
What's the
sequel.
movie? Oh Lord, the Holiday Proposal Plan.
Yeah.
Is that one? Obviously, you don't have to watch it, Dan. But that's what we're
don't
doing
waste
here.
your
I'll be here.
time.
And here's the thing.
Saturday, Christmas Eve. Come hang out with us. It's
We've
gonna be a
got
lot of fun.
2 movies left, but then we're also doing the Hallmark movies now. Movies, correct?
Sure are.
Yes. Well,
Ice
technically,
Palace.
we have these 2, and then Bethlehem, which we have to
Yep.
come back in
Oh,
the
yeah,
day,
of course.
on
Day off.
Christmas
Yeah,
Day,
yeah.
or the day after Christmas, to review that.
Yeah, of course.
And then we have 2 Hallmark movies nows, and then Silent Night, Fatal Night. So we're still around next
still
week,
rolling.
everybody.
Yeah.
Don't you worry. We will take
Yeah.
Christmas Day off, but then we're back for another full week, which is going to be a lot of
You
fun.
gonna tell Erin she has Christmas Day off, so everybody
She
in the
does.
office
Yeah, that's
knows
right.
the days off.
Yeah, there's nothing we can
And
do.
you guys can't go back home to Mass, though. You got to stay in town.
You
for
gotta
that.
stay in town.
Just hang around. That's
Sorry.
right. Yeah.
You know what you signed up for
Yeah,
when you came down
exactly.
here. There's nothing we can do.
There's nothing we can do. Who wants to go to Mass anyway? We're on Christmas
Catholic,
time?
Hickman.
It's time for Guess the
The
Mass.
Mass.
I am going to give you an item, and you have to guess
Hey, great
the
to be
mass.
here, Bran.
No, thank you.
Are you ready?
Wishy.
The item is
This.
a peppermint mocha.
Uh-huh.
Guess the mass.
Okay. Yeah, 100%.
We're going to go under.
Yeah, under.
It was over. Very sorry.
man.
Very sorry.
That was
Close.
I feel like he tricked us.
I
on
think he
that.
did
That was
trick us.
actually-
Yeah. I don't think we had the rules ahead of time.
No.
Yes. Real quick, a quick update for everybody at home.
Oh, yeah.
We do still have this. Thank you so much to Linda.
Got a new one.
I understand we do have another card from her. We do have a mailbag episode
Under
coming
your
out.
laptop, I think.
Should we
We
save
have
it
another
for
card
the?
from Linda?
I think I put it over there in
did.
that stack. But should we
that
save it
great?
until the mailbag episode, or do we? All right, throw it over here.
It
Throw it over here.
wasn't a mailbag?
It wasn't a Christmas card.
let me
It's
see
in
that.
the same thread.
So
of before.
we are about to find out
That's the old one.
whether or not we have to send back
Yes.
This one.
Linda's
That
25
page.
fun facts about Jonathan Bennett. Dear Deck the Hallmark folks.
That's us.
I was listening on Friday, November 24th, when you read my note about enjoying the 25 things you didn't know article. I'm thrilled you had so much fun with it. To get a shout out from the boys is pretty exciting. That very night, I spied another piece of Hallmark
You got it.
Serendipitously.
Serendipitously.
Surreptitiously.
Ephemeria?
Calamitious.
Is
Ephemera?
it paraffin? Oh.
Ephemera.
Ephemera.
For the love of-
I've never
I didn't
heard
know
that word
one.
before.
I was thinking
What?
paraphernalia, but no.
What's ephemera?
Give me the
Use
Webster
some
dictionary.
context clues.
Probably
like some sort of article of sorts. I thought I might frame it and hang it in the living room. My husband disagreed. So I'm sending it to you to enhance your Christmas joy. Still no update on if we have to send it back. So we will hold on
Why
to it
didn't she
for
just-
you.
Linda, but thank you for using ephemera to make him.
Yeah. And why
She
didn't
knew
you
what
wait
she
on the
was
back side of
doing.
the page? You could have saved a piece of
All right,
piece
let's
of the
not-
paper here.
Was that Jeremy Renner?
This is the sweetest men alive.
Yep.
From the sexiest men alive version of the, is that People magazine? Yes, there
Yeah.
it is. For those of you that have not seen it,
Sweetest Men Alive.
Philo.tv/DTH. It is the
That's
best.
the only way to get this.
Yes.
At this point, yeah.
From what I
paper.
understand,
Yep.
Philo is the best way to read magazines.
You can check hashtag host of
If
Hallmark.
you'd like to read People, watch us on Philo. Is what I'm trying to
I also
say.
found out that sexiest grandpa is Pierce Brosnan.
Yeah.
Runner-up is Al Roker, Kurt Russell, and Michael Douglas.
Al Roker in that mix, huh?
Come on, man. Al Roker's the best. Sexiest funny guy, Trevor Noah. Runner-up, Hassan.
Hassan.
All right. John Mulaney, Seth Meyers. Sexiest morning host,
You in there?
Mark Consalos
Consalos.
from Kelly and Mark.
Kelly and Ripa?
Craig Melvin, George Stephanopoulos, and
Oh, you've
We should
met
get
that guy in person.
Yeah, we should get that straightened out.
Nate Burleson. Who's Nate Burleson?
I thought he was a wide receiver for the Minnesota Vikings.
Is that Taylor's boyfriend?
Sexiest TikTok star is Jalen Noble.
Oh, Jalen Noble, of course. What?
Of TikTok fame.
Runners up is Aaron Matthews, Josh Richards, and Pottery Boy.
Pottery Boy got robbed.
He did.
He got robbed.
So there you go.
Absolutely
There
robbed.
you go, everybody.
Thanks for
Thank you
fun.
so much,
Thanks,
Linda.
Yeah.
Now, Linda,
it's
do
good
we need?
stuff.
Do you want both back?
You want both
Anything,
back?
Yeah,
Anything
just
we don't
let
know.
us know. Or should we pay
Super.
it forward?
Or should we hang it up on our? Where did her husband?
I do
forbid
think
her
we
from-
should do
we should
something.
hang that
with it.
up.
How do
Yeah.
put it
Give me a
somewhere
piece of
nice.
This is good.
Yeah,
this is good air right here.
Yeah, this is why you need Philo.
That's right. So you're not just listening in your car going, what are they
No,
doing, I wonder?
Just taping things to the wall.
Nate Burleson's on CBS.
Pete Burleson is on CBS Morning Show. Thank you for that, Kathy. All right, Brand's got it. Sort of got it up. All right.
It is the
perfect.
same guy, though, that used to be a wide receiver for the.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay, you were not
Yeah,
wrong.
it's both hands.
Well, I think we did a good thing today.
A great thing.
Great thing.
It's time for Sealed with a List. And, the nice thing about reading the things like that is I can, I thought I was going to have to wait till January to mess up names. And it's good to know that I can
Yeah.
do that in December.
Right now.
Just as good as any other time of the year.
Yeah,
haven't
you
lost
can.
a step.
No.
Thank you very much. It's time for Sealed with a Kiss. It originally aired on December 16th.
list.
Seal with a list, Stephen.
What did I say?
Kiss.
Kiss. It's a list.
Ephemera.
I've never even heard it. I've never even heard that
Hassan
word.
Yeah.
Minaj.
Yes. He's a funny guy.
Yeah. I've seen him live.
Apparently he makes up stories.
Did you see his rebuttal?
Yeah, comedians make up stories. What
Exactly.
are we doing
Yeah.
here? You're telling me every
straightforward.
comedian you've ever heard, you're like, that's a true story?
Yeah, get out
out of here. Sealed with a list.
There you go.
A lisp.
Nope.
I don't think so.
December 16th, 2023, and it went a little something like this. Carly is at the company Christmas party.
Sorry about that.
Carly's at the company
About what?
Christmas party. Yeah, we didn't pick that
Hear
up
a
at all.
thing.
Didn't hear a thing. That was super quiet, super chill. Carly's at the company Christmas party getting another vessel for tea from her Secret Santa. Her boss calls her in and tells her that there's a new position that needs to be filled, and he's going to rely heavily on her to train his son. Classic nepotism, am I right?
Right.
This is why when Dan and I hand over the keys to this podcasting empire, our kids, they're going to have to interview just like everybody
That's
else. Do you know how to talk, Ray and Jay? Grizz, Gav, you know how to talk?
That's right. Job is yours.
yeah, that's actually...
That would be the whole interview. That's right.
That's a real
When
question.
I say,
Looking for help.
I don't know. Read this name. Tell me how you think it is said. They actually probably do better than I do. Carly is very annoyed, but what can you do? Her best friend Jamie tells her that she should make a change, and Carly is like, "I'm sure,
Make a
yeah,
change?
I'll make a change. Make a chance. Break away. I'll quit my job." She'll make some new friends. She'll say yes to adventure.
She'll spread her wings. She'll learn how to fly.
Yes. She goes home, makes a list, checks it twice, and
She doesn't check it.
of all the things that she is going to want to change, cut to a year later, November 29th. Nothing has changed. We meet Wyatt, the Nepo baby, who just does not care about this job one bit. He just wants to do, hang around, sit, eat lunch with his bros on the company card. Carly spends the evening sulking. She's sad, looking at a list of things she failed to do. And then she's looking at some fashion that she's drawn but never really acted on, even though that's her dream. The next day at work, There's a serious quality control issue. Wyatt just didn't do his job and messes up a big order. They meet with the client and she demands that whoever is responsible for this needs to be dealt with. I think she means fired. I think she wants to be fired. That's when Carly remembers her list and decides to take the blame so that she gets fired. Wyatt's dad is not happy about having to fire his best employee, but his hands are tied. So he tells his son that he has 1 month to start actually trying at work, or else he's going to be cut off for good. Turning off that tap. He goes over to Carly's to apologize. When she finds out that he's going to a party, she's like, let me come. I'm trying to take more risks. They both wake up. They don't remember that party, so I guess it was a good one. She decides that she is going to try to do all the things on her list before the end of the year. She has 1 month. 1 month. And since Wyatt helped her get out of her comfort zone with the party, she goes over to his house and asks him to help her finish the list. Up first, running. She says that she wants to try to run the Christmas 5K. The first run does not go well. Luckily, he has no problem massaging her cramped leg. Managing it, massaging it, managing by massaging. She shows him some of her fashion mock-ups, and he's like, whoa, these are pretty good. You got to go for this. She decides that she's going to help him become a responsible adult. So she shows up at his place, wakes him up at 7 a.m., gives him a Metro card. Wyatt meets Carly's mom and almost blows the news that Carly's been fired. But kind of like a wink, wink, nudge, nudge. She doesn't know yet situation transpires, so we're all good there. She hasn't told her mom because she doesn't want her to worry and all that good stuff. Then they go out and to go make new friends, but she's not really feeling it. She just kind of wants to look at Christmas trees through other people's windows. When she realizes that she's actually enjoying having fun with Wyatt, she formally asks him to be her friend. They go look at apartments together and have to act like boyfriend and girlfriend. Then they bake together, the Hallmark equivalent of hanky-panky. They spend more time together talking about how they each lost a parent and how that affected them. Her friend Jamie comes home and they go caroling with Wyatt and his friends and have a great night together. Jamie's like, there's something different about you, but it's good. They then find out that he got the apartment. He's going to live on his own. Yay, they hug. Her mom finds out that she was fired and did not tell her about it, and she is hurt by this. I thought we told each other everything type of thing. She helps him move and encourages him to put up the Christmas ornaments that he made with his mom. When his dad comes over, they check out the apartment. They reminisce over the Christmas ornaments and has a sweet father-son moment. Then she makes up with her mom. Yay, it's time for the Christmas 5K, and she does it. She actually wins the thing. She jumps into his arms and they celebrate. She's trying to take pictures of the dress that she has created to submit to the Fashion Institutes when it catches fire via candle. Oh no. Wyatt shows up to give her a gold medal. She's not doing well. Doesn't want to go to this party. Doesn't care that he's asking her as a date. She's like, I can't do this. I want to, but I can't. Also, my dress caught on fire. I just wish I could go back to my old job. Wyatt's dad is so impressed with his work this month that he not only wants to turn his tap back on, his money tap, but also wants him to start shadowing him to take over the business. And Wyatt says, I don't want it. I don't want any of that. I just kind of want to, I want to be your friend. I want to be close to you again. And that's when his dad finally tells him that he's so proud of him and stuff. Then he says, good timing on your part about, leaving the job, because Carly just called me back and wants the job back. And he's like, can't let that happen either. Sorry, Dad. He surprises her by showing up at the toy drive as Santa Claus. They thank each other for helping each other grow over the last month. It cuts to New Year's Eve and Carly shows up to the party in her dress. She tells him that she sent her portfolio to every Fashion Institute in the city, but there's one more thing she has to check off her list. An adventure. She says, I got a a big idea for this one, grabs his face, and they kiss real good ones. Happy New Year. And that, my friends, was Sealed with a Kiss. Dang it.
We did it.
Said kiss again.
Some of us did it.
They do kiss.
Some of us did not do it.
They do kiss.
Brian and I, we did it.
They do kiss.
Bran did not.
How do
it.
they finish the list? With
Washi.
a kiss. We'll be right back here. Like the Hallmark. Welcome back, everybody. It's time for What's That Mass? You all know the rules by now. I'm going to give you an object. You have to decide the mass of that. Yep. Jimmy John's Big Sub.
Jimmy John's Big Sub. We're going to go over, Bran.
Ooh, we were looking for 5.5.
Good to be here, Bran.
Thank you.
It is time for the hot take part of the show, is where we share our hot takes about this movie. Yeah. We do not hold back, and no one holds back less in his own way than my good friend Brian.
I don't know if I agree with that statement.
What'd you think of Sealed with a Kiss list?
Well, I'll go with Sealed with a list on this one.
On this one, that's a good choice.
I really like this movie. Right from the start, like the music was on point, and it stayed that way basically the whole movie. I felt like the music really carried this movie along in a strong way. I bought in on them developing their relationship from not foes necessarily, but they're butting heads quite a bit, and then came around to have a really good time. And I think that developed really naturally, and I bought in on that. I believed it. Their chemistry was through the roof, I think. Even them compading was great. Them coming around on each other was great. So I just like
on each other.
Yeah. Well, I don't
eat it off.
That's not what I was going for. It ended a little abruptly for me, and I thought for sure we'd get.
It ended so abruptly.
It was just over. I'm like, well, when do we get to see the dress that she made? And I thought we were gonna get a whole entrance, and she was just there. Like she was just there. So I don't know what happened at the end. It didn't take away from the movie because it had to end at some point, and it just happened really fast and in a weird way. But I just wanted more. I think that's a good sign from the movie. I wanted them to do a little bit more there. So I really ended up liking this one a whole bunch.
Yeah, Bri, I adored this movie. I thought these two leads were dynamite, just so good together. And I agree. I do think that this is one of those movies that maybe could have been a little bit longer. Maybe it should have been home reviews now. Like spoiler alert, it comes out next week. But our review of that one movie that's a longer movie 30, and it worked. You needed that time, and I think this is one of those movies too because it just goes to New Year's Eve and it's like here's the dress and here's the kiss and then boom, we did it. And we could have used a little bit more time, which we don't always say. Actually, we very rarely say it. But this is one of those ones, and but the whole thing just worked for me. I thought these two just so many times the movies just come down to am I rooting for him? And I was rooting hard for these two. I thought they were so good together. So a big surprise. I honestly didn't really know anything about this movie. I know we previewed it and we kicked off, and I still got to this movie and I was like, what's this one again? Well, I still don't know the title. Still don't know the title.
I put it in my top 3 before the year started.
Okay, well, you're not me, so I didn't know about it. But overall, really liked it. Big fan. Dano?
Yeah, I don't know if everything works in this movie, but Katie Finley works amazingly. The script works excellently. She should be in more of these movies. Yeah. I loved her character. I loved how dryly funny she was, the way she delivered the lines. I thought Evan Roderick was good too. I thought their chemistry worked. I thought the movie was funny. It does start to speed up on you, and not in a good way. You can see that they've spent the majority of the runtime doing the chemistry read of this movie, which is great. But the last 5 minutes should have been about 20 minutes, I felt like. And so it felt like somebody kind of was hitting the fast forward button to try to get to the beats that you knew they had to make it to by the end. And so some of it is a little bit strained, some of these are easy to accomplish that they make strained because she's just trying to make it harder than she needs to be, whether it be the war and peace of it all or the adventure of it all. But I there's a lot to like here. And primarily it starts with the lead in the script. I think Finley and the script are both wonderful. So yeah, this is going to sneak into my top 5. It's going to sneak into my top 5 this year. Yeah. So
Dan like the movie?
I don't know.
Dan like the movie?
I don't know.
Dan like the movie?
It's like a very faint like the movie. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Dan like the movie. What did he like? He liked the movies. What did he like? What the movie? He liked the MOVIE movie.
That was maybe a little much, but sure.
Wow.
MOVIE movie.
It is one of these situations where
MOVIE.
I feel like
The movie.
I feel like should we
He liked it.
should we
He liked
Go
the
ahead.
movie. He liked the movie. He liked the movie. He liked the movie. He liked the movie. What did he like?
He liked the movie.
What did he like? He liked the movie.
The movie?
MOVIE. It's time for all the feels. It's where we talk about.
It's one of these movies where I don't know if it should be penalized. Like, should we like assess the movie that we get or the movie that we could have gotten had it not been constrained by 84 minutes? Because like a movie like Round and Round, no one did better with their 84 minutes than Round and Round. No one. Not Biltmore, nobody. Nobody did better with their 84 minutes. But had this movie had an hour 35, could it have been better than all of those movies? Maybe.
Could be.
Maybe it could have been had it had the time to do it, but unfortunately it didn't. That's why I don't think I would give it a full thumbs up. I would give it a very like hesitant, like if you like this sort of thing, you should watch it, basically. So there you go.
Yeah.
But great singing. The runs were fantastic.
Oh, thank you,
Yep.
Danny boy. It's time for all the feels. This is where we talk about what in this movie gave us the feels. Brian?
Yep. I think for me, what stood out the most was that scene where they put the ornaments on the tree. Him and his dad got together in his brand new little apartment, and they started going through ornaments, and she snuck out the back, and they just got to spend time together and brought them closer. And so that was great. I'm glad they got that, and it worked really well for me.
A couple of things for me. One, this line that is delivered: my lungs are about to explode and I want my last breath to smell like Christmas. That is me every time I run. And so I felt that line to my core, and I'm not entirely sure how they got that audio of me saying that, but I'll expect a royalty check in the mail.
Well, you say it all the time, so it's pretty.
I say it all the
pretty
time.
easy.
Last but not least, the scene where the dad comes in and they look at the ornaments work, the father-son stuff, where like I don't know, like you see it coming, and it's still like I thought that the dad was giving a good performance with this type of character that we've seen a lot. Like I don't know, it was a nice, sweet scene that you've seen a lot of times, but something between these specific characters really worked for me. Dano?
Oh, the end of this movie, the kiss at the end of this movie is easily the feels here. The way that she checks the last box, kisses him, it was perfect. The end of this movie, they stuck the landing the last 10 seconds there.
Last 10 seconds, dynamite 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Let's take a quick break. We'll come back with the wait, what, and the what the Hallmark here on Deck the Hallmark. Welcome back, party animals. We're talking about Sealed with a List. It's time for What's That Mess? Hello, everybody. Welcome back. It's time for me to give you an object.
Great to be here, Brad.
Yeah, thank you.
It's time for me to give you an object. You let me know what you think that mass is.
Yep.
The object is the Red Sox.
The Red Sox. Yeah, 100%.
We're going to go $1.
$1, Bob.
Ooh, we were
Brand.
looking for Boston.
Oh.
It is time for the Wait What Is, where we talk about what in this movie made us go, wait, what? Brian?
Yeah, this is embarrassing. I'm just looking back. I have 2, and they're
I
terrible.
have 2. I don't have.
This
One of the
is-
reasons this is in my top 5 is I really didn't have a real
Yeah.
wait what for this movie.
Yeah,
so.
it's a stretch for me
Yeah.
here. Like, my first one is the dad just has a safe hanging out behind him in his home office. Like, I think you always
Have you met a rich
I was about
man?
to say,
Have
have
you
you
met a
seen
rich
one of
guy?
I just feel like you put safes in an undisclosed
That could have been away at
location.
least 5 times this year.
I don't remember seeing another safe.
Of course not, because you weren't looking for one for
Oh,
wait what?
I guess I guess that's the problem. There was nothing that much. I'm like, I guess I'll go with a safe.
Safe. Wow.
I just feel like
what
you're
else you got
asking
down there?
for problems.
You're asking. It's a safe. What do you mean you're asking for problems? Part of the benefit of a safe is that you
But
don't
if people know
really.
you got a safe, then they know stuff. There's valuable information in there. But
Okay,
let
but
me
they
this.
still can't carry it out.
All right, small
they could
font
do-
guy, get out of here.
Sheesh,
Anyway,
this
I'm
guy.
going to harp
Security
on
risk.
the. Actually,
Everybody's
my
not
second,
planning a heist.
my
right?
second one has to do with the safe as well. So I'm
Oh
gonna-
no!
Oh no, 2 on the safe.
Oh no!
So the dad pulls out a manila folder from the safe, and it ends up being like a bunch of memories
Yes.
and things from his kid. And like one manila folder wouldn't hold what my kids bring home in a week.
In a week.
Of like things that I want to hold on to.
This is what
Like,
makes it tough because you have to choose.
Yeah.
It seems like you're this guy's this great parent because
Yeah.
he keeps 10 things.
Yeah.
You have to choose.
It's so hard.
Because even the good ones, and I would
Yeah.
love to think that we're good ones, we're throwing out macaroni
Yeah,
art sometimes,
yeah.
guys.
Man.
We're chucking drawings.
Like I've
you
thrown
can't
out, yeah,
keep it
things
all.
where they
There's not
color
enough
inside
Yeah.
every line.
I gotta be
This-
honest. Every week, my wife, you know how when a high school athlete is getting ready to pick what college they're
Yeah.
going to, and they
Yes.
we have a similar ceremony
it up?
where we line it up and we go, we're picking
And
this
some
one.
Weeks,
this
some weeks it's nothing.
Yeah.
Some weeks it's nothing.
Grizz, Gav, I know you're getting the business one day. Ray J, you as
Yeah,
well.
of
I don't know.
course. Well, They're looking forward to it, so I sure
We don't
hope so.
save it all. We don't save it all. And I got to be
Interview
honest.
process gonna
Quarter
be brutal.
4, it's kind of we gotta
Yeah.
up the
When
quality
July
going
rolls
into
around
quarter
in
going
quarter
into
four?
quarter 1. We really got to up that quality, guys. I know you're getting 2 weeks off. You're gonna be able to rest those art
Yeah,
hands. But
yeah.
let's when we go back to school in January, we'd love to see an uptick in quality. I think I can speak for all of us. Anything else, or just any
I'm gonna
just more
stop-
safe
too bad.
related?
Stop.
While I'm in
Yeah.
the lead there.
I have no safe related wait what's.
What?
I know.
Unbelievable.
He does
like I left a
take
few on the
a
table.
sip of the latte that she hands him, and the sip is all foam. It's
Yeah.
Yeah.
and he's like, "Oh, this is good stuff. That's good foam. I love the foam."
might
Shout
love
out
it.
to the guy or girl who was in charge of the music in this movie that did the hard work of finding the perfect royalty-free version of Eye of the Tiger. It
Yeah.
was
It wasn't Eye of the Tiger. It was-
primo.
yeah,
It
yeah,
was
yeah.
primo. Shout out to you. I know that was a hard job and you did it. There is when he finally moves into his new apartment, knock on the door. Who is it? They open the door. Not this time. They he opens the door. She comes in, and as she's walking in, I realize that in the stairwell is a Christmas
Yeah.
tree. Now we've seen a lot
Yeah.
of egregious Christmas trees.
Yeah.
I would say this Christmas tree is downright illegal. This is a fire. The fire marshals are coming in and being like, guys, we love Christmas as much as anybody. You cannot put a big Christmas
No.
tree in the stairwell.
No, that's
in
an
case
egress
of
issue.
fire, you can't do that. That's a mess. And saying that no one saw the burning candle on a low table right by the nice dress, but whatever. Last but not least, all of these kids that see this Santa approaching are calling BS because it is the worst Santa beard I've ever seen.
It's 2D.
It is wild. Kids are like, they see him from a distance. They're like, yes, Santa. What?
Is that paper?
What?
Paper beard?
What? I'm a better Santa than you, and I'm 5. Like a crazy beard, worst beard I've seen. Dano.
Yeah, some of the things on the list, I feel like they just went above and beyond to try to make more difficult than they were. The book especially, like I get it. I understand. I thought that was ridiculous. But my only other one is they do this bit where she invites him over to help wrap gifts, and he walks in a suit, like super confidently, like, I've been to a wrap party before, and they're like, no, it's a gift wrapping party. Okay, I guess that's cute or whatever. Why would he think that she is hosting a wrap party for a play or a presentation or anything? Like, why would she be hosting that at her house? If she says, come over to my house for a wrap party, for him to think.
I don't know. I actually think that if you're in New York City, if you hear rap party, not rapping party, you like that just happen.
At
You
the
might
very least, Katie Finley, who as throughout the movie has showcased, she
A
does
love of
quality
Christmas.
control and does very little else.
That's true. That's true.
You would go, what do you mean?
Yeah.
You know, it's not like the cast of SNL's coming over to her.
They
her,
might.
her 1-bedroom flat up there. Like I like that was absurd. Like that.
Somebody
that was,
of his stature, like he might not know how presents get wrapped. That
True.
people manually
true.
do that.
I just thought at the very
they just
at the
appear.
very
Yeah.
least, I don't think when she says wrap party, he should be like, "Oh, you're wrapping
Yeah.
gifts." At the very least, he should have a series of questions.
Yeah, it's a mutual mistake, I
Yes,
think.
he should not have been like, "Got it, understand."
Yeah,
You're having
and,
a rap
and
party.
she shouldn't have said
I'm gonna go
rap
over there."
party for rapping party. Like,
Exactly.
it's just, you can't.
They both should not have done it. But
It's a goof on both. It's a double goof.
But the idea that
goof.
he's that dressed up to go sit at her house, like, it was just crazy to me. And that's all I got.
It's time for what? The Hallmark. It is where.
Hey, great to be here, Brent.
Thank you. Thank you.
It is where we share anything that we would
Duncan.
still like to know.
Under.
Boston. It is
sucks.
where.
6.2 grams.
Any more questions for you, Bri, about the safe, maybe in particular?
I got
What
most of the
model?
safes.
What model
Like,
safe is that?
What's that
Guy's got a
combo?
safe.
You got a combo for that?
Is that,
what else you
or
got in
a-
there? I mean, really, what else is in there? Like,
Yeah.
what's does he have a weapon, gold bars, jewelry? Like, what are we storing? Just documents? But really, I wonder why her friend hadn't checked in on her before
There
the
it is.
end of the year.
That's
Her-
mine.
Her friend has no clue. Like,
She doesn't
disappear.
check in all year and then
Yeah.
comes home and they act like they're best friends. She literally says nothing to her
Yeah.
from December of 22
Yep.
to December of 2023.
Yep.
That is not a best friend.
Right. She should know all year long what's going on.
And I saved it for what the Hallmark thinking like, what was she doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was in Europe. She wasn't in like a place with no cell signal.
Yeah.
Like the fact that she could wait and do this list in December tells us that this is not a best friend.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. That was mine too.
So this is one of the like quickest cuts to New Year's Eve I think I've ever seen, and it kind of comes out of nowhere. The thing happens with the Santa Claus, and then it basically like cuts to New Year's
Yes.
Eve.
Yeah.
What happened in that week? Like, did they have any communication with each other? Were they still talking? Like, or does she show up in the dress and it's just like, I'm making my, like, I've thought it over for the week. Like, did anything happen to get to kissy kissy fun time on the balcony between Christmas and New Year, or was that just the leap that she was willing to take? I don't know.
Yeah, there's a lot of gaps we have to fill in there in that, because not only is it he's showing up to be Santa, she's deciding not to take that job again, and that they're back to falling in love. Like, there's a lot that's left
I
unsaid.
have
and
to
unexplained.
imagine there was stuff there that they just cut for time. Like,
Yes.
I think there's a week of stuff that
I
happens.
think this could potentially be a number one movie had it been the last 10 minutes been done a little bit better.
He liked the movie.
6 of 10.
It's time for Fighting Chance with Vic Webster, where we find out if there are any fights in this movie. Vic, take it away.
Fighting Chance with Vic Webster. A fighting chance with Vic Webster. Was the fighting in the movie? Did someone get hurt? It's a fighting chance with Vic Webster. A fighting chance with Vic Webster. A fighting chance with Vic Webster. Vic Webster. A fighting chance with Vic Webster. Vic Webster.
Nailed it.
Yeah, that's a zero.
Nailed
That's
it.
a zero for the
Zero
folks at
for
home.
the Vicster.
We did, everybody. Congratulations. We'll be back tomorrow, the last Hallmark Christmas movie before Christmas.
Right.
Getting drugged back out here next week for one more, but it doesn't matter. We're fine.
We're fine.
Until then, maybe the first to wish you a Merry Christmas.
Deck the Hallmark's a Bramble Jam podcast is produced by Aaron Shea. For more information on Deck the Hallmark, you can go to deckthehallmark.com. For more information on the Deck the Hallmark family, you can go to bramblejamplus.com. Deck the Hallmark is presented by Philo TV. For a free trial of Philo, go to philo.tv/DTH.